Thanks for coming, Rook. I hope the Kalsharok dwarves have some answers. Someone named Stalgard? He told me to come here. He seemed nice in his message.
So you don't actually know who or what this Stalgard is?
A new friend, I hope. We're supposed to meet Stalgard here. Trouble nearby.
Making the rest of us look bad, Rook.
That has to be Stalgard. Stalgard?
Yes. Lace Harding, of the Inquisition.
Wait, how do you know about...
And this is the one they call Rook? De la Morte, the Crow.
So you've heard of us?
You have brought a strange assortment to our gates, Lace Harding.
Thanks for meeting with us. I really hope you can help Harding.
You are gracious in your address. It is not necessary. Tell me what you wish.
I'm looking for someone touched by the Ancients. Does that mean anything to you?
Yes. She has been waiting for you. Follow, and keep your weapons ready. The roads are dark. The creatures there even more so. You are staring.
What? No.
You want to know if you can see the corruption you hear we carry?
Sorry. I shouldn't have.
Have you seen my chisel?
The one that's pointed, the one that's... or the tiny one? Oh, check your pockets.
Have you ever spoken to the...
In the sanctum? No. I feel like I was being watched in that.
A person will do almost anything to survive. That is what my people did. Become like the darkspawn, or be destroyed by them.
Not much of a choice.
How many times have you been to the surface?
I've spent years.
I didn't know you were Antiva.
The food up here is much better than what we get, though.
I always found it strange how much automatic...
What do you mean you're like the darkspawn?
Kal Sharok was abandoned to its fate many generations ago, when the darkspawn...
The Wardens will be welcome
We lost
here,
many.
once the outpost is re-established.
Some by their own
It's
hand.
a trading
Some
outpost.
found other ways.
Do you intend to use it?
Antiva Galta Satot. The stone is colder than death, as they say. Darkspawn.
Targets ahead.
Nice run!
At least it smells better than the ossuary.
Not far now. Blight. It grows too quickly these days, and it feels different.
You can feel the blight?
Many from Kalsharok can, somewhat. Long story. The corruption here has its root elsewhere. Destroy it, and this growth will become vulnerable.
Destroy the source of the blight growths? We can do that.
I will stay on guard here.
You got it. Lift is stuck. Looks like a rock wedged in the mechanism.
I might be able to help with that. I bet it's this way. I'm on it.
Spite says there are eyes on us.
Trouble scouted. I hate fighting darkspawn. And they're everywhere down here. What are the chances we won't see any more of them? Did anyone else see that? I thought I saw someone.
Someone?
Or maybe it was just a shadow. Got it. Of course. Leave it to me. Got it.
Be ready.
Got it. Dagger to the face. Let's destroy this blight and get out of here. Light's cleared out. Think we can get through the door now? Let's go check with Stalguard.
You did good work. The blight growths have weakened.
So, we can keep going?
Yes. Come. Mind yourself, and show respect when you enter the sanctum.
Yes, of course. But who are we meeting?
I will let her speak for herself. But we of Kalsharok revere her deeply for being one with the storm. They say she was once from Orzammar, but she speaks very little of her past.
This space is completely free of blight.
This person I'm going to see. I think she's keeping the blight away somehow. The song. Do you hear it? Coming from all around us.
There is something about it. I have never felt spite so quiet.
It feels like it's echoing through my entire being. Like I'm part of the melody, and it's calling me home. would love to look around more. Do you think Stalgard would mind?
I think he'd be fine with it.
But I don't see anyone.
Yeah, she's waiting.
Thank you for leading her here, Stalgard. They call me the Oracle.
That's incredible.
Yes, she is.
I know you. Don't I?
Once I was Volta, as you were Lace, then Scout, and now something else.
All this. Is this what I am? Am I like you?
I cannot tell you what you are. Look within, and remember. Remember when the Earth was alive, and the Titans walked the land. In one voice they sang, a chorus of creation and of connection.
Isatunal. The song.
When the Titans fell, we awoke, but the melody was already lost.
The dwarves.
We were always just shattered fragments of a greater whole.
The stone sense. My magic. It's Titan magic. But why? Why did this happen? Why do I remember Isatunal? What happened to the Titans?
There's something else here. It's found you.
That construct probably riled up the wildlife. Watch the teeth.
Harding! What did you do to this piece of a rock?
Why does everyone think this is my fault? Phew. Everyone alive?
Did you feel it? Fury. Such fury. And with you as its mark.
Me? But why?
Good question. Harding hasn't done anything bad, right?
There are horrors in the depths. They have awakened to you now. Look within for your answers, and beware.
No, wait! I have more questions!
Huh.
She does that. Riddles, riddles, riddles. Oh, I'm a rock.
But those weren't answers! She gave me nothing! Come back! Make her come back!
Harding.
Ugh. It's all right. I'm all right. Sorry. We're done. Let's just get out of here. Oh, hey.
You look like you could use someone to talk to.
I'm that obvious?
You're being uncharacteristically quiet.
I try to be cheerful. It helps me, and I think it makes other people feel better. But since we saw the Oracle, I don't know.
You're allowed to feel off balance. That experience with the Oracle was intense.
But I got nothing out of her except vague hints and even more vague warnings. This was supposed to be a good thing.
One small hurdle doesn't erase what's good about this.
I just wish I knew what to do.
We can't let this distract us from the elven gods.
I'm not distracted. I'm confused and concerned. But I suppose we do have other problems. I'm grateful for all your encouragement. This would be so much harder without your support.
Anytime, Harding. Anytime.
Harding left the Oracle's sanctum disappointed. Maybe she'd expected too much. Maybe there were no answers to be had. Seething with questions, she forgot the Oracle's dire warning. But far below the surface, something was moving, determined to be seen, and fighting to be remembered.
I knew that you would find me, soon enough. You need the power of a god. The strength that I alone still carry.
The blighted Evanuris will soon break free from their prison. I must make a stronger one that can contain them.
While the prison is important, it is not the only goal you seek.
Why should I not tear down the veil? and bring back immortality to all the elven people. They deserve it.
The elven people of today do not deserve to see the world they love be torn apart to salve your conscience.
I must fix what I have broken. I am sorry.
As am I, old friend.
Solas killed Mythal? After all that? Is this another memory from a different time?
No. He wore that same outfit in the Inquisition. We knew Solas woke up in this world without most of his power. Now we know how he got it back.
By killing the only other god around and stealing her power.
All that epic magic and godly power. In the end, it comes down to love and murder. Same as always.
Every big mistake Solas made is tied to Mythal. He sacrificed his life as a spirit to join her.
He sacrificed his morals when he created the dagger to stop the Titans.
When the other gods struck her down, he destroyed the Elven Empire to avenge her.
Then he wakes up in this world, where everything's gone but his mistakes. And there she is, alive.
And after all he's done, she sides against him again.
All these mistakes are his fault. And hers, too. If she won't help him fix the world, of course he has to kill her.
So, how does everything we know help us now?
He's being honest about fighting the Blight. Whatever happens, he won't risk letting it back out into the world.
Agreed. But he has a plan to escape that prison, and not one we'll like.
He turned on Mythal, the one person he was actually loyal to. There's no way he won't turn on us.
He's a spirit, or was once. He might be able to possess someone, affect minds, all the things spirits do.
He created the Veil. His very nature is tied to it. That will be a source of strength, but also a potential weakness.
Mythal has him all messed up. Anything about her or Elgernon is gonna make him angry. Sloppy.
Solas thinks he knows what's best for everyone. Anything he does, he'll do while telling himself he's the hero.
Solas has caused a lot of damage. But he's not like Elgernon, trying to wreck the world to rule it. He's trying to repair the damage he caused. And he knows he's made mistakes. There might be hope for him.
You don't think he'll turn on us?
No, he's totally going to turn on us. I mean, after that.
You have witnessed the Protector's tale, Dweller, almost to its end.
Almost? How can there be more?
When the mighty fall, their echoes cross the ages. An audience is warranted. Speak with your visitor. She awaits you in the crossroads.
Well met, Rook.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Alluvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
The Alluvians in general, yes. But not the Dreadwolf's Crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solas and Mythal?
Mythal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not? First, when Mythal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solas spilled Mythal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
Wait, how do you know exactly what we saw of Solas's past?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dreadwolf's memories. When Mythal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
So if Mythal was originally a spirit, maybe that's how she survived her body's death?
Very good. Mythal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit, she returned. Her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew. Until once again, she was struck down, on this occasion, by Solas. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait, you?
As you say.
You're Mythal? That's why the ambient magic around you is so fractured.
Such a flattering picture you paint of this ancient bond.
What? That was like how Elgar'nan and Gillenane can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mythal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
What are you then?
I once feared Mythal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remained free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mythal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
You would have met Solas in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed Mythal's memories. At the time, I thought Solas a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments. He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
Do you have information we can use against Gillenane or Elgar'nan? Or Solas?
The last time Mythal faced Elgar'nan and Gillenane, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
What about Solas?
You may recall he murdered Mythal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veil Jumpers.
All right. How can you carry Mythal's soul if you're not an elf?
Her spark has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mythal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
The fall of our civilization, the wars, everything elves went through. Where was Mythal for us then?
After the gods' betrayal, she was a shadow of her former self, bereft of her power, slowly regaining her strength over the centuries. So she aided the elves as she could, speaking in dreams and offering counsel that ended blights and prevented wars.
At least now we know. So there's the soul of an elven god inside you. How does that even happen?
Mythal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
Oh.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient god's soul, I feared naught would be left of my own. It inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
I don't think I'd recover from that.
Neither did I, at the start. Mythal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me, but I must accept them of my own accord. The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And so, my mind remains my own. What I gained was knowledge, both Mythal's and of those who bore her.
You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mythal.
I am not Mythal in her entirety, but yes, the Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice. And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, what do you make of Solas?
I should ask you. Mythal knew Solas better than anyone.
I would influence your answer. Or do you mean to discover if I would stand directly against the Dread Wolf were there a need?
Would you?
I shall aid you in any way, but that, even had I the power. What has passed between Solas and Mythal, I beg you, do not ask this of me again.
Solas has done terrible things. What he did to Varric, what he did to Mythal, what he would have done to the whole world. But it's not because he's just trying to rule the world. He's trying to fix things. He's helping us now.
'Tis true. His intentions were always pure, whatever his actions may have been. 'Tis not malice which made Solas your opponent, but conviction. A belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solas was once beloved of Mythal. 'Tis his very loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy we now face. You may be in a position to determine how it ends, more so than either of you might realize.
Maybe there's a way we all get what we want.
Do you truly believe such a thing?
Well, maybe at least what we deserve.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share. When Mythal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry. Solas recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mythal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the crossroads. I can open the way for you. Find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
All of that sounded great until survive the encounter.
You know Solas, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mythal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits are. The fragment of Mythal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient. This younger sister has not. She is the essence of Mythal as a god. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing. It may give you options against Algernon and Gillenane, or against the Dreadwolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
Thank you for the information, Morrigan.
There is one more thing, if I may. Something whispered not by myself, but Mythal. The elves have learned many of the glories and horrors of ancient Elvenon. Yet your people live in this world now as the old elves never could. Know it as they could not. There is your strength. 'Tis why you shall surpass what came before one day.
Did Mythal see this? Is it a prediction?
A hope. From a mother to her distant children, no less beloved than any before them.
A god's fragment, sharper than the whole. Prevail, or be sundered completely.
We're getting close to where Morrigan said that other fragment of Mythal was. Has to be her.
Mythal herself. There's so much we could learn if...
You are Rook. I have seen you and your companions. I never again expected to see my children in the Dreadwolf's crossroads. And you know who I am.
Mythal.
The part of me that survived betrayal by the rest of the Evanuris, if this can be called surviving. Solas. He drew me from the dagger that struck me down, but what is left of me can only survive here. I cannot return to the world, and even the true Fade is denied me. All I can do is watch. Have you come to seek the blessing of your god? Or did you come to ask your god to sacrifice herself to help you defeat the monsters Elgernon and Gillenane have become?
Morrigan was right. Talking to you is a waste of time.
You listen to the human and the cowardly echo she carries. Pathetic. You desire the essence of a god and think you deserve it. Then take it if you can!
Everyone get ready.
Wow. She's enormous.
did it!
We have it. The essence of Mythal the Protector.
This is to save everyone. She'll understand. Eventually.
It burns just being near it. But this is the power we need to finish this.
Morrigan seemed to think we'd know how. Do we know how?
I think the moment is coming. When we can turn the tide, we'll know.
Abundance.
Son, you out of here, boy?
Hey, Harding?
Oh, Rook, hi. Is there something you need?
Balara made snacks. Seems like you could use one. Food always makes me feel better.
I could use some cheering up, actually.
It's Solas's memory, isn't it?
They stole Titan blood to walk the world like humans. And when the Titans didn't like that, they just took their spirits. Should I be angry or sad? Why aren't I angrier? It's a lot to handle.
This might be silly, but I'm sorry for what my gods did.
You're not them, and I'm not really the Titans. But thank you for saying that, Rook. It's strange. I don't hate Solas for this, even though a part of me thinks I should. I don't even want revenge. Revenge won't bring the Titans back. It can't erase what happened. And the Inquisitor thinks Solas can be saved. And I want to try. But I just want to talk. As equals. I wonder if he's even capable. Solas was always distant. Guess it's hard to react when a magic rock's talking at you. Anyway, thanks for checking on me. I'll be all right.
I know. You're Lace Harding, child of Titans. You can handle anything.
Oh, shut up.
Get the new supplies, will ya?
Of course.
New wares today, just for you. Come back anytime.
How fares your battle?
The gods are moving against Weishaupt and the Grey Wardens. We've heard rumors the darkspawn are being led by an archdemon.
And you have questions?
I need to know how archdemons relate to the gods. Are they just like the blighted dragons, or are they something else? I also need to know how to deal with the gods if they show up at Weishaupt.
I propose a bargain. I will answer your question if you answer mine.
What?
How are the Grey Wardens? Do they understand the truth of the danger yet?
We've been through this already. You agreed to help me.
What did you think my help would look like, Rook? I need to know that you are prepared.
I've gotten a few of them to come around.
A few of them?
We've even got a Grey Warden on the team now. Davrin.
But the Grey Wardens as a whole still do not trust you yet, as I feared.
We're making progress.
When I asked why you should be trusted to lead the fight, you said that nobody else was doing it. That sufficed for me, but you will need more to convince the Grey Wardens. They see themselves as destined to lead this battle. You cannot defeat Elganan and Gillename without the Wardens. What will you do to bring them to your side?
I don't have to convince all of them. I just have to convince the First Warden.
Or remove him.
Enjoyable as that is to imagine, I doubt the rest of the Wardens would approve.
Did you know the Evanuris once numbered many more than those whose names survive in the Elven Pantheon? One warlord was particularly cruel. I sought to free his slaves, but so fearsome was his reputation that none would join me.
What did you do?
I made people laugh at him.
How did that help?
For 12 years. Every sound near him, from whispered pleas to shouted oaths to crackling fire, all became mocking laughter. His mind broke under the ridicule, and when he fell, his slaves rose up and joined me.
I doubt laughter is going to work on the First Warden.
If not that, then what?
Whatever it takes.
Easily said, but it will have to be enough for now. You have answered my question, and I owe you an answer in return.
Yes. The old gods of Tevinter, the archdemons.
There never were Tevinter gods. The archdemons, as you call them, were always merely the weapons of the Evanuris.
All right. Let's hope we can find the gods before they find their weapons.
Unfortunately, the Dragon Thrall's life force is bound to the Evanuris as both power and protection. You will not be able to kill or likely even harm one of the Evanuris until their Dragon Thrall is slain.
The old stories of the Tevinter gods have them whispering in the dreams of ancient magisters. How did they do that, if they were just tools of the elven gods?
The archdemons were once high dragons. The Evanuris bound them as a source of power. When I imprisoned the gods, their dragons remained free. That was my mistake.
How so?
I never bound a dragon to myself, for I believed that to enslave another creature was immoral. As such, I did not understand the power that connection gave. I thought the prison I had made was perfect. But their dragons were the conduit through which they spoke to dreaming minds.
Any other surprises we should know about?
Even with their dragons dead, the Evanuris are powerful and well protected. You will need to use my dagger, the one you recovered. It can pierce their enchantments and strike them down.
All right. Kill the archdemons, then use the dagger to take down the gods.
Even a single opportunity to strike the Evanuris down will be rare, fleeting, and costly. You will not have another chance to catch them unawares. When you strike, you must be fully prepared.